The real reason for Georgie and Mandy's inevitable divorce may have been revealed in first marriage. In the world of television, few couples have captivated audiences quite like Georgie Cooper and Mandy McAllister from Young Sheldon. Their love story was filled with ups and downs, moments of warmth and tenderness, but also glaring incompatibilities that made their eventual divorce seem almost inevitable. While their relationship had many challenges, the true reason behind their split may have been foreshadowed long before they even tied the knot, hidden within Georgie's first experience with marriage. The foundations of Georgie and Mandy's relationship. Georgie and Mandy's relationship was never a conventional romance. It began with deception, Georgie lying about his age to win over Mandy, which immediately set the stage for trust issues. Though the two developed genuine feelings for each other, their union was marked by mismatched expectations and external pressures, particularly due to their unplanned pregnancy. Despite efforts to build a life together, their core differences were too vast to be ignored. Throughout Young Sheldon, Georgie was portrayed as a charming but somewhat irresponsible young man, often struggling to meet the demands of adulthood. Mandy, on the other hand, was more mature, practical, and cautious. These fundamental differences, while initially creating an opposites attract dynamic, ultimately became major stressors in their marriage. Georgie's first marriage as a foreshadowing device. Though Young Sheldon doesn't delve too deeply into Georgie's future, fans of The Big Bang Theory already know that Georgie has been married more than once. This revelation retroactively casts a shadow over his relationship with Mandy, hinting that their marriage was always doomed to fail. While we don't know much about his first marriage, its existence implies that Georgie had unresolved personal issues that followed him into every romantic relationship. One possible reason for his first marriage's failure was Georgie's tendency to rush into commitments without fully understanding their implications. If he married young, much like he did with Mandy, it's likely that he did so out of love or obligation, rather than true compatibility. Similarly, Georgie's struggles with responsibility and communication, issues that have been prevalent since his youth, likely played a significant role in both marriages' unraveling. Patterns of behavior leading to divorce. One of the biggest indicators of a doomed marriage is repeated behavioral patterns that go unaddressed. Georgie, despite his growth, has always struggled with commitment and accountability. While he has shown moments of maturity, particularly when stepping up for Mandy and their child, his long-term ability to sustain a healthy marriage remains questionable. His relationship with Mandy was already fraught with challenges before they even got married. Mandy often had to be the adult in their relationship, which, over time, likely led to resentment. Georgie's tendency to overpromise and underdeliver may have been a recurring issue in his first marriage as well, further proving that his personal growth was either slow or inconsistent. Another crucial factor could be his career ambitions. In The Big Bang Theory, Georgie becomes a successful businessman, running a chain of tire stores. His drive for success might have created tensions in his personal life, forcing him to choose between work and family. If his first marriage suffered because of career prioritization, it's reasonable to assume that similar struggles impacted his marriage with Mandy. Mandy's own role in the relationship's demise. While much of the speculation about their divorce focuses on Georgie's flaws, Mandy was not without her own struggles. She was fiercely independent and had a clear idea of what she wanted in life. Her initial reluctance to commit to Georgie, despite having a child together, suggested that deep down, she wasn't entirely convinced of their compatibility. Mandy may have entered the marriage out of necessity rather than genuine desire, which can be a recipe for disaster. If her heart wasn't fully in it, any minor disagreement or hardship would have been magnified, making it easier to walk away when things got tough. Furthermore, her patience for Georgie's immaturity may have worn thin over time, leading her to seek a more stable and dependable partner. Could their divorce have been prevented? The biggest question is whether Georgie and Mandy's inevitable divorce could have been avoided. If Georgie had taken more time to mature before marrying Mandy, they might have had a better chance. Therapy, better communication, and a stronger foundation of trust could have helped them navigate their issues more effectively. However, given their fundamentally different personalities and expectations from life, the odds were always stacked against them. Mandy, too, might have needed to adjust her expectations. If she had accepted Georgie for who he was rather than who she wanted him to be, their relationship might have had a fighting chance. But when two people have conflicting visions for the future, compromise alone isn't always enough to sustain a marriage. The inevitable outcome. In the grand scheme of things, Georgie and Mandy's relationship was always more about circumstances than compatibility. They came together because of an unexpected pregnancy, and while they developed feelings for each other, their relationship lacked the solid foundation needed for a lifelong commitment. If Georgie's first marriage had already ended in divorce, it suggests that he had unresolved personal struggles that persisted into his relationship with Mandy. Their divorce wasn't a matter of if, but when. It was likely a result of recurring patterns: Georgie's immaturity, Mandy's dissatisfaction, and the pressures of parenthood and career aspirations pulling them in different directions. Fans of The Big Bang Theory already know Georgie remarries at some point, reinforcing the idea that his relationship with Mandy wasn't meant to last. Final thoughts. Georgie and Mandy's inevitable divorce was written in the stars long before they even exchanged vows. Whether it was his history of failed relationships, their mismatched expectations, or their individual struggles, the cracks were there from the beginning. Young Sheldon subtly hinted at these issues throughout their relationship, making their eventual split less of a surprise and more of a natural conclusion to their story. While some fans may have hoped for a different outcome, Georgie and Mandy's story is a testament to the idea that love alone isn't always enough. Sometimes, people come into our lives for a season, and no matter how much effort is put in, not every relationship is built to stand the test of time. Their story may have had its heartbreaking moments, but it also served as a learning experience for both characters, helping them grow into the people they were meant to become.